Yes, sir. We are live. As you hear Rocky Reese on the keyboards because we just got some more news just ahead. We gonna talk about that. First of all, what's going on with y'all? You
Yeah,
say something, Rocky?
my brother. First of all, how you doing? Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
and bruh, I thought the wild card round, if that wasn't competitive, we got a total 180 this week in the divisionals because yeah, I don't think my heart rate slowed down at any point during any of these games, bruh.
I, you know what? 3 out of the 4 games was competitive,
Yeah,
and you know which game I'm going to talk about. That was I don't know for some people it's surprising, but we kind of said this shit last week
yep,
about can those injuries
yep.
and the next man up keep
Yeah.
going, or is it gonna finally catch up to him? But we're gonna talk more about that. We're gonna
I'll
talk
say
about
it was competitive in the first half. I'll say that, but the second half, it kind
it
of
was.
started
No, I ain't
losing.
gonna say the first half. It was competitive the first quarter,
Yeah,
and it was competitive the first quarter, and then like I said, we're really gonna talk more
yeah,
about that because it was like it's like how they say once someone make a mistake, it would change the game, right? So like I said, we're gonna get into that. I'm happy. I'm happy for all the teams that won. Um, I am devastated for at least two teams, well, 3 teams that lost. I am. Then you got some. We got to talk about future for certain players. Is the window? Is the Super Bowl window closing for them? All this stuff. You know, the NFL it changed every year. So we definitely gonna be talking about that. We do got just a tiny bit of news today, and also get ready for the conference championship games next
Championship
Sunday.
Sunday.
Next Sunday. So it's let's just have some fun with this. We do our little brother, our boy Stormy, the king of the storms, the endless one himself, is supposed to be making his return back to the show.
Yep.
Because he has a lot to say, especially about one game in particular. So I'm gonna let him and Reese talk their talk because boy, it's a lot from that one game.
Yep.
That one game that's got we got the NFL fandom got a lot to say about that one game. So
Yeah. Well, say his name like Joe Hendry, by the way. Congratulations, Joe.
congratulations, Joe Henry. Joe Henry uh is the new TNA champion. Yes, we talking about a little wrestling. It's a pre-show. We're wrestling podcasters too. God damn it!
Yep.
And if Hill's here, Hill, if you here, when are we gonna return, sir?
Yeah.
Embrace
Say
the Thirst has
his
been
name
missing.
and yeah.
Embrace the Thirst has been missing 2025. When we gonna make our return, sir? That
Probably
is
Royal
the
Rumble
question.
weekend. Is
Probably. Probably gotta wait till after the football season. I don't know.
yeah.
That man been busy since he got his studio.
True.
And I
And,
don't
I was about to
congratulations
say,
to
I
him
think we
again.
all have been to an extent. So
Yeah, like well, congratulations to him again on his studio, him and his partner's studio is on South Carolina. I'm gonna find a way down there so he can give me a tour and possibly take some pictures of all these damn title belts. I'm keeping that promise. You know. But we're about to hit. We got 1 minute left in the pre-show, and then we're gonna start going live. If you are on YouTube, please, and you're not subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe. If you on Facebook and you on the Mr. Attention Getter page, which is the podcast page, like it, follow it, share it so I can get some more followers on there. And you on my personal page, you should know me by now. So it is what it is. I am going to work on other places to go uh, during the off season, but we will talk about that possibly around Super Bowl weekend and stuff like that. But are you ready, my friend?
let's go.
All right, let's get it going. We gonna mute ourselves right now for a minute.
Lights, camera, action, it's game day. We're diving into stories here, what did they say? Enforcer's got the mic, and he's ready to play. Football dreams we're here to convey. From the training camps to the big night glow, discussing stats, making the passion flow. Every single tackle, every touchdown goal. In this podcast world, we steal the show. Self-made, yeah, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Draft day dreams, players rise and fall. Every underdog story, we're giving the call. Strategies and highlights, we'll break down it all. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having the ball. So grab your headphones, let's kick it right. Together we'll unravel the Friday night hype. With laughter and insights, we're taking flight. On the Self-Made Podcast, the future is bright. Talking football all year, that's our creed. With every episode, together we lead. Self-Made Podcast, planted like a seed. In the world of the game, we'll always succeed. Self-made, yeah, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Self-made, yeah, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Draft day, drill, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Join the Self-Made Podcast, the future is bright. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having a ball. Draft day dreams, players rise and fall. Every underdog story, we're giving the call. Strategies and highlights, we'll break down it all. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having the ball.
Yeah, we are here. You can't see us right now, right? So let me just take us out. Bam! We are here. Yes, your boy Enforcer, Mr. Attention Getter, with the encyclopedia of all wrestling and football and sports. Rockin' Reese, what's going on, brother? So,
And by the way,
before we start
first
anything,
and foremost, everybody, yeah, happy Monday, y'all.
not only just Monday, but happy MLK Junior Day. You know what it is. His birthday was last week, but we always do the Monday after his birthday, I guess. So, or it's always the second or third Monday.
Third Monday. Yeah.
Right? So, we also know what happened earlier today. We're not going to talk about it on this podcast. We don't talk politics. But yes. We are past the divisional round. But before we get there, as always, I got new merch. You saw it last week, but now I got states. I got the states now. Represent your state you live in. Represent where you from. If you want your state, let me know, and I will put it in the store for you to buy. It's the fuck 'em serious. Fuck 'em all. That's the attitude.
I was about to say, I'll need at least three because, well, one for Jersey because that's where I was born.
Yes, sir.
2 for Pennsylvania because that's where I live, and then of course 3 for North Carolina because that's where I'm at now. So,
I got time to do this. I will have those done probably by the end of the week, brother. You ain't saying nothing. But yes, as you know, I do got a merch store, and you can go right to this link, or you can go just type this up on your search bar. It goes right to that store, and if you see something you like, get it. Not just t-shirts. We got hoodies, sweatshirts, workout shirts, cups, all that stuff. So tpublic.com. Thank you very much. Let's hit this NFL update real quick because there's only one. First hiring coach right after his playoff game. He get hired as the Bears head coach. He's an offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Now he's the head coach of the Bears, the rival Bears. What do you think about that, Reese?
wow. I was a little surprised. I think he should. First of all, I think Ben Johnson should stay in Detroit because, yeah, like honestly, Yeah, like I said, when you get a winning formula, it's like hard to replace something. And yeah, I know like dudes want to eventually become head coaches and whatnot, but if you're going to head to a head, if you're going to head somewhere,
Mhm,
you want to head somewhere that somebody that's heading on to come up a little bit.
mhm,
And although the Bears started last season like they were kind of near, we saw it ultimately finish for them. And yeah, I know that Ben Johnson has a pass with Caleb Williams and whatnot, but yeah, I don't think this is the right move for Ben.
I mean, you got a challenge, brother. You got a challenge, but at least you got a fresh young quarterback who got better throughout the season. I can say that he got a little bit better. Uh, and your offensive mind could help that offense. The Bears defense, uh, it was all right. I'm not gonna say it was busted. It was all right. They just had to get off the field. And if you keep like your offense is not moving the ball and you keep on coming to the field, you go get tired and it is what it is. The comments I just put out was our brother Hill. He answered the question. He said next weekend. Next weekend. So not this weekend, next weekend. The Rich Thursday back on. If we got some other news, I don't got the picture for it because we just found out right before our pre-show. We was talking about which will be the first game we're gonna talk about. There was some fines thrown at Houston's coach and I think a player for their comments about officiating. You know, when you talk about the officiating, you must worry about your purse. You must worry about your bank account. And they didn't give a fuck. They had something to say, and they said it. And now you gotta pay the piper. It is an interesting hire. It's very interesting that you go into stay in your division, which now you better hope the next offensive coordinator for the Lions don't have the same playbook as you, because that means the Bears are gonna have a heads up on that situation. So hopefully that's not gonna go. But back to the Houston Texans head coach, and you said one of the players uh, got a fine by the officials. There are a lot of fans, chief, not chief, non-chief fans, or just football fans, period, that believe that there is some favoritism with officiating with the Chiefs, and which we will really get in depth with when it comes to this game. Hopefully, our little brother Stoney will come in because, like I said, he had a lot to say about this game. But it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate uh, that we gotta do this every time without saying the other factors that lead into this game. But in football, it's always one or two penalties that's questionable that will cost you the game in the long run. You know, so
Yeah.
he said the Houston. It's a man. In fact, let's just get to it. We about to go recap the divisional round of playoffs, and of course, the first game we gonna recap is the first game that Saturday. Kansas City over Houston Texans. The bad thing about this game, bro, and I'm gonna let you go. See what you guys say. The bad thing about this, the Texans were still in the game, obviously the fourth quarter, which I think a lot of people
Yep.
was that's all they needed to stay close always in the fourth quarter. But then I usually around this time, especially the past seasons, we would say, okay, then the Chiefs offense kicked in. But no, it was the Chiefs defense that kicked in. Uh Steve's probably Steve's I can't even say he was
Spagnuolo. Yeah.
Spagnolia, thank you, because he was my defensive coordinator at the Giants. But he just blitzed the shit out of CJ. Like, let's count this. CJ got sacked 9 times. 9 times.
Mm.
3 sacks by
And three of
one.
them by Joe Kalafdis. Yeah.
Yes, 3 of them. And and I think the last sack he took probably hurt him. And hopefully it's not bad because young quarterback got a bright future. But
I'm about to say, I think one of the first ones kind of got, or I don't know if it was a sack, oh no, it was a run he got hurt on. But I
Okay.
was like, yeah, because I know like CJ, yeah, because I know like early in the first quarter, I see CJ Stroud was limping on a run play when he was trying to
He,
avoid a
he was
sack.
he was running for his life, but they was still in it. I think at the fourth quarter it was 20-12. They still Mixon touchdown, and but a missed extra point kind of you know uh, messed with their momentum, I guess. And then the Chiefs defense. I mean, like I said, over the years we have not said this much. We had not talked this much about their defense. It's usually the offense. And then another thing we haven't talked about, especially this season, is Travis Kelsey playing like Travis Kelsey. Like
Yeah,
this game, I mean, I'm gonna say the past couple of weeks because that's still a game he showed up on Christmas. In this game, he showed up.
that's a
What you
fact. You know, I actually thought about it. I'm actually glad you brought up Travis Kelsey because that almost made me remember another sort of incident that people are kind of hot with the Chiefs about.
oh, talk your talk.
Okay, so just to give some context to this, y'all remember last year in the AFC Championship when Zay Flowers was standing or staring down a Chiefs defender and he got flagged for taunting?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently, yeah, when Kelsey was getting up after scoring that touchdown, you have to pause this just right to like actually see where fans think it happened. But there was actually a moment where Aziz Al Shahir, who, by the way, he of the controversial Trevor Lawrence hit a couple weeks ago,
Mm.
is actually down on the ground. You can see like Kelsey's kind of like
Oh,
looking
the
down
stare
at
down.
him.
Stare
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Well, let's compare that. So when Flowers did it, was he standing over the person or he just stared him down?
He was standing over him.
So that should have been a penalty on Travis.
Yeah,
Because if you go to stand over somebody and you just stand there, you had the opportunity to move, but you didn't. You just stare him down. You small dogged him. You sunned him, as we say.
sure.
No, you sunned him. That's a penalty, and that's what should have happened. What he say? Three things I learned from that game: flop, shoving, and you. First of all, you
Actually,
know,
I'm surprised the cameras were not on her as much in that game.
but when they was on her,
They
when they was
were, but
on
it's
her,
like,
yeah.
but not during the real time though. But it was like they got her after the fact. But
But
her and Caitlin Clark, but that's another story.
yeah, right. When when you had the camera on her, you had Clayton Clark there, who was is the one the WNBA superstars now. They ain't gonna call her rookie. She's a superstar now. And then you got Taylor Swift. So you already the camera like, all right, this game's getting it's not doing nothing for us. Let's show them for a minute. All right, now you know. But the flopping, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. While we still talk about this game, because like we only got 4 games, so we
That's
could
right.
stretch this out.
I want to see if I can actually work a little share action here for while I'm at it because let's go to hit number one. Let's see.
Hit number one.
Yeah, or controversial play number one.
Wait, are we talking about
First,
the?
actually,
Are we
let me
talking
make
about
sure
the?
this was the play.
Are
Yeah,
we
the
talking about
little
the?
roughing the passer play
This this sickens me on football. Period. Not just because it was Patrick Mahomes, but period. Like these guys don't. You're handcuffing the defense, especially the pass rushers. We saw this with Clay Matthews years ago when this rule got implicated. This man lost his damn mind because he didn't know how to hit the quarterback no more. And now, if you touch Patrick Mahomes, it's like back in the day when people said the referees, if you touch Michael Jordan, it's a foul. Like, don't you touch God? Don't you touch Black Jesus? You don't touch Patrick Mahomes, or you'll get fucking flagged, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
All right, let me see if
and then not only once, not only once but twice. I think you did it, sir. I think you did. Let me see if I can
All
click it
right,
on
so
here.
here we go. So let me bring
Let's
the
see.
sound
Let's
up
see what
real
we can do
quick.
here.
Okay.
There it
It's involving
is.
Patrick Mahomes, right? It feels like that just has to be the way it is. It's a 3rd down and 8 right here. So big play early on in this game. You're going to see a couple things. First, there's a nice pressure here. Mahomes is going to get clobbered as he throws. Because of that, he throws high. And then you hear flag comes down. And immediately once you hear a flag has come down, you know what the call is going to be, right? Mahomes got hit hard. But on replay, I'll show a couple angles. You're going to see that it doesn't actually look like this was a high hit. It was, he got hit close enough after he let go of the ball. And it's impossible to say exactly, but I think with these angles, to me, it feels pretty clear that Mahomes got hit in the shoulder. And just because he got hit high in the shoulder, he fell back in a way that for the ref, who you see in this shot, he can't tell if it's to the head or to the shoulder, so he throws the flag. Like, again, I'll show this angle just to show, like, it's hard for the ref, right? This is a difficult thing for the ref to see in real time. I don't blame the official here for this. I really don't. What I blame is, why are we not allowed to review this? Why is this not something that even the expedited review we can just double check, right? I'm not saying do a full challenge, just expedited, because you can do that if there's no contact at all, which why is there going to be a flag if there's no contact, period? That seems very unlikely. There has to be, if there's some contact, you can't review it.
All right. Let's stop it right there then. Let's start right there. Okay, so you said he said that you can't. Hold on, I kind of messed up my damn thing now. Yeah, he messed up my thing.
Sorry about that. But I was like, you know what? I looked at this play. The only thing I think they could get him for, because to me that didn't look like. While it wasn't a helmet to helmet, unfortunately, here's the problem. If the referee saw it, like, because Anderson's head did kind of tilt a little bit, and if they call you for leading with the crown, even if you hit like the shoulder or the chest, that's where Anderson got blasted, and I was like,
but you saw. Well, this is where I think, like what Hill said with the flopping, he knew exactly where the referee was.
yep.
You see how he landed where the referee was? He did a Superman pose to the referee, and
we mentioned Brady earlier.
He's taking Brady's spot right now. So it's mindful that if you go call this, I think it should have been a shot that would truly kill him. All he did was hit him shoulder. I mean, it's like calling a face mask when you pull the top shoulder, but if somebody know how to rotate their body and make it look like a face mask, the referee gonna call it. And one thing I do agree with him with is they should have reviewed that. They should have reviewed that, and they didn't, which is kind of messed up. But anything else you want to say about this game? Because I gotta find my damn thing now. What the Chiefs? What's next for the Houston Texans? That's the question.
Yeah.
What's next for the Houston Texans?
Yeah. But then again, as if that wasn't enough, let's go to controversial play number 2, shall we? Yeah, and this is the one everybody. And when I say everybody, do you know it's bad when both Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, well, it was more Troy than Joe.
Yeah.
When they were disagreeing about this call.
Are we talking about the sliding one?
Yeah. So let me see if I can cue that one up for us here.
Well, the sliding. Hold on. I got you.
All right.
And
all right, ready?
Let's go.
Here's the end of it. Yeah, I mean, he's a runner, and I could not disagree with that one more. And he barely gets hit. That's the second penalty now.
Now, look. Now, right here, we see the contact, but here's where I think if I slow this down, you do see a little contact right here by 51, I believe this was. does get a little bit in the head area, and then even Toto, who I think who was the person who got the penalty, his hand is in the back of his
And I
head.
think,
But like even with
but I
that,
think the only thing, the problem is with that is they if I'm not mistaken, they did. I think they really called it because the incidental contact to the head, which the NFL
yeah,
is very, very sensitive about, is the contact to the head. They don't play that at all.
yeah, especially with all the CT and concussion stuff and
Exactly.
everything,
So
which I'm actually
right.
all for, because it was like the Al Shahis that like hit to Trevor Lawrence, even though like I gotta say Lawrence kind of slid late on
And
that one too,
that's
but
the
that hit was a lot more clear than that hit was a lot more of a devastating hit than the one
and
that
that's what I'm
Mahomes
saying with
took.
football, especially when you come full speed, and for with a defender, he's coming full speed, and then you decided at the latest to slide. His angle, like he's already aiming for the hitting zone, and then you go lower. Guess where
Yep.
your head is at? In the hitting zone now. It's already too
Yep.
late. So trust me, Hill. We all, I can say everybody. Well, I do miss it, but at the same time, we see all those players that was in those old school how they are now. Some of them, don't. It's not right. Let's just put it. I'm gonna keep it PG. They just not right, and they don't want that to
Yeah, well,
happen.
let's.
They don't want
Yeah,
that to happen.
unfortunately, I think one of the worst examples being unfortunately no longer here with us, the late Junior Seau.
Shouldn't say out. Oh, you already know the wrestling CTE. That thing is CTE. Concussions is a very, very sensitive subject, not just for football, wrestling, hockey, even baseball players. Like that 100 miles per hour baseball hitting you in that damn helmet or bat. So
Yeah. Especially if you were the unlucky person who had to face somebody like Randy
ask
Johnson
that
back in the
bird.
day.
But I'm just like, I get it, I do, but it gotta be some type of caution, and the guardian shit that y'all putting out is not helping. It gotta be more to it, because and not just Patrick, it's these quarterbacks period that's taking advantage of that, because most of the rules is for them. Most of the rules,
Yep.
these changes is for them. It's not for the running back that's going through the hole during the pit. It's not for the linemen and the defensive linemen who fighting every play in the pit. It's not for the wide receivers they got one or two rules for the wide receivers. That means no blind side hits, unprotected hits. That's probably it. Other than that, you touch that ball, you're going to get hit. Point blank. The only thing that's going to help them is the targeting call. That's it. So I get it. I do. But at the same time, those two calls that you just showed, very questionable. But that is not the reason why, to me, that the Texans lost this game. The O-line got exposed, and CJ could not move the ball. He could barely throw to Nick Collins. They had no secondary receiver for him. Mixon was off and on during the game. Their defense their defense did a good job until they ran out of gas. That's what I'm gonna say with the defense. They ran out of gas. So, but we go.
And Chiefs usually beat you. And that's usually how the Chiefs bring down and look for that quick strike.
Oh, is it the Chiefs? Congratulations! I don't know. What's this? The 7th straight AFC title game. 7 straight. They like LeBron James in the East. That's what all they do is know AFC title.
Yeah.
so shout out to them.
Matter of fact, if we give the numbers real quick. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, 16 for 25, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Kareem Hunt's leading rusher, 8 runs for 44 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 7 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown. But yet the big number, of course, like we brought up, 9 sacks on the day. 3 from George Karlaftis, also Chamari Connor, Charles Omenihu, Felix Uzuma, Chris Jones, and Tershawn Wharton. Also, all right, so actually it was 8, but still though.
Well, I mean, they must have took that sack back then. It was 9. They took a sack back. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, shout out to Kansas City for all you guys that back in the day that was Patriots fans that are Chiefs fans now. Wink, wink. This is who runs the AFC until next week, hopefully. But next game happened, and
before I can also get to the fines real quick that happened.
Oh yeah. I gotta hear these fines. I gotta hear. All
right, so after the game, D'Amico Ryans tried to pull a little Michigan. It was like, this was us versus it was us versus everybody, and I do mean everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
we all knew that. I mean, your wordplay was not good, sir. Your wordplay was not good.
Let's see. Yeah, so of course he got fined for it. But as a fact, it also had actually there was also 3 other fines that also happened with the Texans during this game. Yeah, Joe Mixon got the lightest for $11,255 for unnecessary roughness.
Wow.
Nico Collins had $14,069 for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, namely the gun salute after one of his first games.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that again, folks. And
Moran, is your fault.
Yeah. And Aziz Al-Shahir, $20,555 for his unnecessary roughness. And this now being his 4th penalty and final of the season. And like I said, the D'Amico Ryans fine hasn't been announced yet. Also, Will Anderson also had a little something to say about that. But as I told you in the pre-show, there was a little bit of a clapback.
Yes, I gotta hear this clapback.
Yeah.
What was the clapback?
Oh yeah, because Chiefs secondary player Jalen Watson. Yeah, short and simple message on X.
Mm-hmm.
I miss when grown men took their losses like a man. But a new day and a new age, though.
That's gonna be one of those games next year. That's gonna be it's gonna be called the clipboard game. All the quotes, all
that bulletin board material.
Right. Well, these days not bulletin board. You just gotta print out what they said on Twitter and keep it in your locker.
Twitter. Yeah, Twitter board. Twitter material.
In fact, schedule makers make that the first. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, that's a big if. Make that the first Thursday night kickoff game. Chiefs against Texans in Houston.
Yeah.
In Houston. Gotta make it Houston. They've been playing the Chiefs. They've been playing the Chiefs in Kansas City for the past I don't know how many years in the playoffs.
Well, if they're going to do that game, then it can't be the opener because James always got to have it. James always got.
Oh yeah. But make it the second.
But I'll tell you what, make that one maybe week 2.
You gotta make that early. Make it early though. Make it early while everybody's still healthy.
Yeah, like I said, make that week 2.
All right, I'll take that. Take that. So we got all this out the way, and we kind of expect Kansas City to win, but they barely won. Like I said, that shouts their defense. But this next game, this was a shootout, and the Lions finally, all those injuries, all those next man up, they ran out of bullets. and even getting to return Montgomery,
Yep.
they got probably one or two people back on defense. It was just not enough. Jaden Daniels,
Oh, Commander
outstanding
Clutch did it
season.
again.
Outstanding season continues. First rookie. Not first rookie, but he will be the first rookie if they win next week.
Yeah.
But where was Eminem? Eminem was making spaghetti.
Yeah.
Or he was writing
his
some
palms-
verses to get
but his palms was
Roxanne
great.
Barr. No, he was getting ready. He was writing some bars for Roseanne
Yeah.
Barr. But that's a whole other story. But this game, it started out as I thought it would. Detroit be hot, running the ball, but in every game like the shootout, you do a shootout game, it takes one fucking mistake, and it happened in the second quarter where Goff do interception, a pick six. But I'm gonna say this right now. That pick six should not have been a pick six. It should have been called back. A penalty should have happened. If we're gonna talk about Patrick Mahomes, who barely got hit.
I know what you're talking about too.
Right. Who barely got hit. This man got knocked the fuck out. Help the crown of the helmet hit his chin. There was no penalty called. And they had a penalty. I'm not making no excuses for Washington. Washington did their thing. I'm not making no excuses for Detroit. But that is one of those calls that we talk about. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who barely got touched, to a quarterback that had to fucking concussion protocol at halftime.
Matter of fact, I got to scoot up.
All right, let's see that. Let's see that real quick. Because nobody, they did not call this at all. So here it is.
Sequence of events in the Lions Commanders game. So first, it's this play. You have a situation where you have a receiver just trying to get into a gap in coverage. It's really a simple play here on 2nd down and 14. Goff's going to take the snap. It's only a 3-man rush. He has a clean pocket, really, and I don't really know what happens here. I think maybe he didn't realize how clean of a pocket he had. But as you see, the throw just sails on him right there, and it's Quan Martin who ends up with the interception. He's breaking tackles left and right. He gets to this spot, and here's where the second part of this play is going to have to come in. So that's Jared Goff, the starting quarterback for the Lions. It's worth mentioning that there is a rule where the quarterback on this play is defenseless, which makes sense, right? Because you don't want guys just taking this opportunity to get free shots at the quarterback. Now, that doesn't mean you can't touch him or can't block him. It just means he's essentially given the same protections he is when he's in the pocket. You can't, have significant contact to the head or neck area kind of being the key thing to talk about here. We'll watch what Frankie Louvu does. As you see, I'm going to be honest. Listen, I'm not in Frankie Louvu's head. It looks like he's taking a shot at the quarterback, maybe trying to take a clean, hard hit up, but this is hard hit, but it is not clean. You see, this angle will show it. Definitely contact to the head or neck area. So
let's start right here. He used the crown of his head. I don't know what he was seeing. Yep. That was the crown of his head. Now, like he said, the only thing I got a problem.
That was a definitive helmet.
Right, and I got a problem with kind of what he said there was, you can't. He's still a defense. No, he's not. Now he's a tackler. The quarterback is a tackler. He do the interception. He's going for the tackle. Granted, you could block him, but this dude, he used the crown of his head to knock him the fuck out. All right, it's like it was a straight up in your face blind hit because you already had one guy blocking him, and you come in. I don't know what and let's keep it real. He didn't have to do it. He didn't have to hit him.
Nope.
It was already a touchdown. So all right, wrong person. But that's probably the only play. It's more plays, but the only play I like that should have been a 6, but it counted.
No, but I would say this I don't know what the penalty would have brought this ball back to. I don't know if it would have been a spot foul or whatever, because the interception would have stood regardless. but it's like, yeah, the touchdown obviously. I think they would have brought it back to the 15 or
If
whatever.
that was let's say it was inside the 10, it would have been like it would have been a 15-yard penalty, probably around the 20-yard line. But and I'm not gonna say Washington wouldn't score because they probably would have scored anyway, and that's right before the halftime.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because I would have said that at worst, all right, maybe if they don't score, then you do fine, but you might still have given up 3 points.
You would have given up 3 points.
But still, though, you would have had. But still, that call needed to be
put it to you like this: it was 17-14 Washington. That made it a 10-point game. You would have gone to a field goal. You still had a 6-point game, 1 possession game. Either way, they would have scored. Let's just put it like this: they would have scored, even though that was like their 6th kicker of the year. They still would have scored. But you changed the whole dynamic of the game from 6 points to straight up 10 points, which means now the rest the Commanders dig themselves in the hole. Not the Commanders, but the Lions dig themselves in the hole, and they kind of fought back. They did. I think the very next.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Teddy Bridgewater. Which, by the way, let's remind everybody, Teddy Bridgewater a couple weeks ago was coaching high school football. Yeah, and here he comes in a big situation, and then hooks up one of the craziest double reverses in NFL history. Jameson Williams for the touchdown.
I want Chicago.
Yeah.
Shout out about that. I want Chicago to be aware of what I'm about to say. And I think I said this about the Chiefs earlier this season. Before I do that, I must make an introduction. He's finally here. My little bro. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all?
Talk that talk. You missed it. I wanted you to be on when we talked about the Kansas City Chiefs and Houston, Texas.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, you're here. Yeah. You're here. We're gonna pause. We're gonna stop right here, and I'm gonna go right back here. Say what you guys say.
Look, I'm a Broncos fan. Okay, technically we beat the Chiefs, so the Chiefs they got 2 losses. Okay, they don't got 1. They got 2 losses.
Okay.
For anybody who's complaining, complaining about the Chiefs, where were y'all at during the Patriots dynasty? The Patriots literally were cheating. Do we just forget in that championship game against the Chiefs when Chris Jones barely grazed Tom Brady face mask and he got a roughing the passer? The players hit Mahomes in the helmet. You cannot lead with the crown of your helmet. It's in the rule. That's a flag. The second one, yes, Mahomes slid late. But if you see the quarterback is sliding, I know it's tough. Don't lead with your head. If the crown of the helmet touches a quarterback, it's a flag. But I get it. It's Chief fatigue. And this man right here, Travis Kelce, had everybody fooled. Mm-hmm. Everybody was saying, oh, he's too old. Oh, man, he out partying to a Taylor Swift. He ain't got it no more. Oh, man, this may be his last year. Turned back the clock and was out here cooking. Because Houston fell for the trap. Travis ain't going to be a threat. Let's try to take care of these other guys. So Buffalo, better look out. I know how Buffalo get. Now, but this right here, yeah, he turned back the clock.
So
I said, what just happened?
So this is what I said. I said about this. Like those two penalties, you could say that's the reason why Houston lost. But I'm gonna say that's like 20% reason why Houston lost. We said it earlier. We're gonna say it again. These 8 sacks. 8 sacks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like after the penalties, you gave up 8 sacks.
8 sacks. You barely moved the ball.
Yeah.
And then there was a big sack on 3rd down. You could have got the 1st down, but
no, that's the
corner blitz.
Corner blitz, I think CJ got injured. One of those. He limped. So
yeah, and the second time,
right? So it's more than that than just those 2 penalties. I get it.
It's Chiefs fatigue. We're fatigued.
I just say like it's all quarterbacks that I was just talking about. This next game right here. We just showed it right here where with the interception, the pick six.
Yeah, Frankie Lou who got
got this crown and helmet with no call. You just changed the dynamic of the game. Went from it could have been a one score game to it was down by 10 at the half. Not at half, but they was down, which could have changed the game. But like you were saying this, I'm gonna say you came in when I was about to say something about the Bears just hired the Lions offensive coordinator. And I said this about the Chiefs earlier. Stop getting too cute. Lions got too cute in this game. Yeah, it worked once. Yeah, it worked twice. But damn it did not work the third time.
You got a chance to tie up the game, and you did the wide receiver threw an interception.
Why? If your guy's not open, you're not a quarterback. That's not what they pay you for. Throw the ball away, live another day. Throw the ball away, live another day. If he's not open when you're reversing, you don't see him open, and you see that state at least 5-10 yards away from your target, because there's only one receiver when you do a double reverse. There's only one receiver. So if you don't throw it, you either throw it away or you run, or you think you can make some yards.
You got to practice that. If you don't see the guy open, like if we practice all week, hey, 9, you're throwing this to 13. If you don't see 13, you throw that damn ball away or take off if you got a lane.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's not the same. And Jameson Williams, he does have quarterback experience before, but it's like, it didn't show in that position. But
they don't pay you to play quarterback, bro. You don't have to try to throw in tight windows. You don't see him wide open. I don't care. You got it's a lot of people that had quarterback experience. You never heard Randall L. And you know how good quarterback he was in college, throwing in tight spaces. He did that reverse. Hinesworth was always open. If he wasn't open, I'm going to run it. That's all you got to do. I'm not, and again, if there's any Lion fans watch this, I'm not making fun or making it Wynn's fault. But
I am.
That was one of the plays that cost.
This y'all coach fault. This is y'all coach fault. This man gonna say to the other coach, "I'll see you in 2 weeks. Jinx yourself."
He kept his word.
Bro. Oh yeah.
Hey, we're gonna see you in 2 weeks, right? In Cancun or Dubai, wherever it is y'all going.
Oh yeah, but to the wrong team though.
He kept his word. 2 weeks. Remember, that was January 5th. He said that, right? 2 weeks later,
they seen each other again. And
the
regular season finale. They both go on the couch. Hey, brother, I told you I seen you 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Now that aspect, you're right. But you know what? It's story. I gotta agree with you to an extent because you know what, Dan Campbell, he lives by a sword, but in this case, he died by it because there's certain times. I said this could be the one thing that could bite Detroit besides the injuries was that Dan Campbell sometimes go for it when the smarter move is just to play the normal way and like take your points. And sometimes aggression can come back against you if a team knows how to use your own aggression against you. And watch the Commanders were doing it for a majority of the game.
The problem is with that is Dan Campbell was facing himself. Glenn is just like him. Quinn is just like him. They both wear sweatshirts in the sideline, and they both go for fourth down.
Go for it on first.
But one coach actually made some right decisions on fourth down. The other one didn't, and it cost them. And they had no answer for Daniel. They had no answer for Scary Terry.
It was a field day.
Robinson. They had no answer for the running backs, period, because I think either third string running back scored a touchdown, like the dagger.
But it showed. Those injuries came back to bite them. That game, because like all the people that was out were the guys who would fill up those spots.
Yep.
Your run stoppers were out. Your guys that cover the short passes were out. When Jameson Williams on the interception, when I think it could have tied the game, when Goff got intercepted in the end zone, you got to cut that guy. You know that he's gonna try to undercut you on the slant. You got to beat him there. You got to beat him there. And let the DB out working.
Yes.
Yeah, And somebody brought this point up, like in one of the like postseason. Um, but there's also one extra thing I think that also affected the Lions because now this is their first time they were ever the number one seed in franchise history. So it's like, yeah, y'all so used to like chasing people. Now it's like now y'all everybody got to come to you. All the spotlight is on you now, and unfortunately, your first chance with your best chance to go even like better than last year. I was like, man, y'all didn't get the job done
This,
when you needed it to, and let's give some respect to Jane Daniels and Washington Commanders. And by the way, yeah, Daniels 22 for 31, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Of course, the 4 interceptions, two from Mike Sarristi, and yeah, also Dorrance Armstrong coming up with 2 big sacks, and this one for the Commanders defense. That I said this last week. Jane Daniels, or actually, I was telling one of my friends about this. Jane Daniels is putting respect on Washington Commanders' name, and I tell you this for everybody that was upset about the name change or whatever thing. Now I was like, yo, embrace this now because Josh Harris and Jay Davis. Yeah, you hush your mouth. I know you a giant. I'll say the command. I'm talking about DC fans. Not the comic book DC.
Nope.
I'm talking about Washington DC. But anyway, yeah, that the ghost of Dan Snyder is
wait a
officially off the
minute.
scene.
Wait.
That's not something to be excited about for the first time in a long ass time. That's it. Even though
Wait.
Still
No. If you want Dan Snyder, the ghost, any dust, any ashes of Dan Snyder off, they better win this week. They better win this week because all you're doing is doing something you already had done in the past. You won the division with Dan Snyder. You win the Super Bowl, or you go to the Super Bowl. Let's just say NFC Championship is good enough for them, and it says Washington Commanders on it. That's when you have officially wiped the dust and history of Dan Snyder off. You got new management. And the management brought in some old guys. They brought Joe Gibbs back for this game. They brought Doug Williams the last game. They bringing back some people that helped the franchise out. But I grew up, they was the Redskins. If I'm calling Redskins, I'm calling Redskins. All right? So
I'll call Redskins.
Until
all right there, man, kind of used to mighty sharp against me.
Until they freaking they doing something right now that I thought they could have done with RG3 if he didn't get hurt. Every time that dude, every time he plays, he reminds me of RG3, but better. You already look.
That dude got ice. I say this. Jay Daniels got ice water in his veins.
Ice water, just ice. He got glaciers in his vein. So my thing is with JD is next week and possibly in Philly, which we're gonna talk about that game. This is the rubber match. This is everybody say y'all beat them because Hurst was not there. Well, Hurst is back. Can they do it? I believe they gonna fight. They gonna fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fight.
It's gonna be.
This is also what I say about Washington. No, not even about Washington, about Detroit. Don't let this be your downfall. Because every year with Dan Campbell, y'all moved up. Right? Mm-hmm. You started off with 13. He was 13-1. Then they got to the wild card. Then they got to the conference. Now you was number 1 seed. Don't give up on what you're doing. Don't change who you are. Stand on business. Just tweak some shit. Tweak some shit where motherfuckers don't get injured. Like, they'll have to be biting on these ankles and shit because you're losing some ankles. You know what I mean? So I just think that Detroit is still gonna be the conversation for probably for a couple years now because they're not gonna lose nobody. They just lost their offensive coordinator. So,
actually, I just really saw something real quick. Yeah, matter of fact, there could be a good omen for Washington.
That omen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they was the yeah, because they were the champions in the 91-92
Yeah.
season, right?
Right, they beat.
Yeah, 'cause that was the second time
Yeah.
Buffalo lost the Super Bowl. Yeah. Got a little question for you. Remember, yeah, that was the last time, of course, Washington won the Super Bowl. Remember who they beat in the NFC Championship game that
Detroit.
year?
They showed it. They beat their ass though. It was 41-10. They beat their ass.
Yeah.
I remember that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's let me know. My father did give me a text about his damn Washington team. He's so excited. He's so happy. But God bless him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last time they had this run. Last time it was an NFC Championship game was when they beat. And if we're gonna go history with it, it's usually your spot, Reese. But I'm gonna do it because I'm so proud to do this. The only team this century that did not hit the conference championship game, Lucifer's team themselves, the Dallas Cowboys. They stuck in the 90s. So
every single NFC team has been to the conference championship except the Cowboys.
Except the Cowboys.
Yep.
Pull team.
Every team since 1995 has been to every NFC team. Every team. Been to the conference championship.
No. Every team.
Yep.
Every
20th century.
Every team, not just NFC. Every team in the league has been to a conference championship. That means hold on. The Texans been to a championship game?
No. I think it was every NFC team.
I think it was.
Texas been to the AFC championship.
What was this right? Just trying to blow it up. Okay, the NFC, the Houston Texans never went to the conference.
Yeah, it's every NFC team.
No,
but something about your Giants though. The one who come out looking good after this weekend, that GM son, who was on the couch. Hey, bud, what should we do? Trade up and get Jaden Daniels and re-sign Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
And the cameras caught that. The son said, trade up, get Jaden Daniels, pair him up with Saquon Barkley. Didn't happen.
Oh, Lord, if that would have happened.
That kid looked like a genius right now.
That boy played Madden, and he knows what's happening.
And then Dan Orlovsky, when they did the little segment, who should the Bears take? He was the only one, Jaden Daniels.
And that's fucked up because I don't like Dan Orlovsky. I don't. I just don't. I don't. But he say some things. But yeah. Don't start with me. But yeah, we got Washington going up to their first conference championship since 1991, and that was Saturday. But let's get to it. Sunday. You see that man right there? We were just talking about Saquon Barkley again. Run over 200 yards in the fucking snow. But
see, I forgot. See, my 13 brought it up last week. See, he called shady. You got some points.
This the thing about this. It was not no blowout. The Rams still had a shot.
Nope.
It should have been a blowout. It should have been a blowout.
Yeah.
Let me do something for me. She blacked out. It should have been a blowout, but what happened is they switched the cruise control for some reason, and the Rams no, we're fighting for ourselves here. We're fighting for our city. We're fighting, and I get it. And at this time, Saquon was at 190 something after that 78-yard run, 72. So, and which was I swear I think I jumped for fucking joy when I see Barkley run. Okay, I'm gonna put it out here. I am a Giants fan. All right, my shit is right here. I'm a Giants fan, but I'm a Saquon Barkley fan, and I always gonna say he should have got the money. I'm always gonna say that, and I'm gonna support him if he with my rival team or not. If he was a Cowboy, I would say Saquon Barkley. It's just that. Listen, I understand people. I can't believe that people, Giant fans, rooting for the Eagles. No, motherfucker, I'm not rooting for the Eagles. I'm rooting for Saquon Barkley. So if he's on that team and they win, congratulations, Saquon Barkley. Okay,
yes,
let's go. Like honestly, he's gonna be the team.
You tell Nikki.
Like he's gonna be the focal point next week. Because you know what happened in this game that scared the hell out of me. And I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'm a football fan. It scared me. I like Hurts. I watched Hurts in college.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
okay.
I know what you're talking about because this is actually like right when I got it. Well, when I got cut from work.
Okay,
it was
so
actually
do me a favor.
Like
don't find that footage. Don't find that footage. We're not gonna show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't plan on it. But
I like get your ass up. Get your ass up. Because I want him 100%. I want him 100% for this game. Because I don't want to hear no excuses. All I heard.
And here's the second thing. It was like, and you got to think, this is the second time he got hurt in the past 5 weeks.
And he's limping.
Because they back to ironically enough,
Washington. He was limping after that. He was not moving right.
Yeah.
And what they do, the smart thing, we're going to run the ball. And I don't like that. I want him 100% because I watched this dude during college. I watched his ass. He this is the same way I like Baker Mayfield is why I like Hurts. They got a freaking chip on their shoulder. And the one thing I like to say about him is people like, oh, how we gonna count him as an elite quarterback? He don't throw 300 yards. The name of the game is win. He could go for 15 to 21 for 112 yards. If it don't say win after that, I don't win. Right.
Like the nation, it's like the nation say,
by any means necessary. So what do we mean? We gave the ball off to Barkley. Barkley had 2 long runs for touchdowns in this game.
Yep.
If the Rams.
And by the way, I'm going to address somebody in a minute. Because well, actually, let me get to the numbers
because I got so much to say about this game because when it comes to the Rams could have won this game.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah. I want to get to because I want to get to the Rams because first of all, Kyron Williams.
Let's get to him. You was looking like the NFL leading rusher for some reason. You was going through the line. You was going through everybody. You was doing your thing. And then you got too fancy. You tried to juke in the snow. You don't have to do that much juke in the snow, honestly. And he didn't even punch. The dude didn't punch. He smacked the ball out your hand. Fumble.
Yep.
And he knew it. When you take off your helmet, you put your hand, you knew it. But you're still in the game. You're supposed to still like, okay, my back, let's move on. No, you start running scared. You start running scared, which put more pressure on Stafford.
Yeah.
Then let's go to another guy. Puka?
Yeah.
Oh, Puka, where was you? You dropped a key moment. I was surprised.
8 passes, but one in particular.
I'm surprised. So surprised. Cooper Kupp did his when he had the opportunity, he did his thing. I'm not even gonna go at the Cooper Kupp. They was focused on Cooper Kupp. He did his thing when he had the opportunity. But Puka, my guy, what happened? I understand you Hawaii guy, so you not used to snow. That's what we call snow in the East Coast. Okay, it's rain but frozen. Okay, so get that out mind straight. But you drop key passes and it did not help the Chiefs. Then you had the other tight end that they was kind of questionable about anyway because he was throwing up blood against the Vikings game.
Mm-hmm.
I give you 100% heart for that, but yeah. But the Rams still was in this game, and he still had the ball last. And if they just could have moved that ball, that's how they was moving on to get the last touchdown. They probably was talking about overtime. Not saying it would have been a guaranteed victory.
Yeah.
But then again, it would have been. Because all they had to do is kick a field goal. But again, it's not. I wouldn't say it was that easy.
I get the extra point, but
extra point is not that easy.
Yeah, because Jake Elliott mixed 2 of them. But
So it's just.
But let me address this one real quick.
Go ahead, address.
And by the way, like I said, this is a hell of a game. Matthew Stafford, by the way, 26 for 44, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kyron Williams, 19 runs for 106 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Puka Nacua, 6 catches for 97. But yeah, like I said, he had 8 drops in the game. Stafford and Williams each lost a fumble.
Yeah.
And by the way, Rams had a solid defense. Jarrett Verse had 2 sacks. Kobe Turner, Omar Speeds, Jalen McCullough, Brayton Fisk, and Neville Gallimore each had 1. So Rams defense had 7 sacks in this game.
That's actually a NFL first that they had 7 sacks back-to-back playoff games. And let me shout out to Verse too, because Verse is what the Rams need.
Yeah.
That void that Aaron Donald left has just put him back in the spot, I think. So
True.
Verse,
Kobe Turner, Byron Young, and they've got like some studs on that Rams defense.
You're muted there, sir. What you just said? Okay. So
no, I had a call. It was work. My bad about that.
Okay, no problem. We're talking about the Eagles Rams, how the Rams still was in this game. They had a chance to actually win this game still.
Yeah, the Rams receivers all said, "Hey, y'all, let's not catch today. Let's not catch."
Yeah,
Puka. I just said Puka.
Well, except Puka. Everybody else, I don't think we catching today. It's too cold. I don't feel like catching the ball. Then the running back.
But the reason why I'm going at the Puka, like we just said, this dude had 8 drops, and like at least 3 or 4 of them was on key moments, like first down moments. And
I mean, I get it. You know, he's not a cold weather guy, but it's like
Hawaii. He's from Hawaii.
Yeah. So this was his kryptonite because any other time Puka is in that conversation as a top receiver.
Oh yeah.
But when that cold hit,
Well, I mean, I just made a joke like that. What we call that is snow. And what snow is rain frozen. So, but
that's why you seen when Tua dad told the NFL, "I wish my son would go to a cold city."
Man.
He was probably changing his mind after that game in Kansas City last year, but I digress.
No,
but
Jesus.
Yes, but speaking of Jesus, the Rams defense was probably saying Jesus too after Saquon ran out by 26 runs, 205 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day.
It's like, I know what y'all. It's like, hey, y'all, we're about to play the Eagles. I wonder if they're going to pass. No, stop the run.
Hey, did y'all forget the last time y'all faced the Eagles on Sunday night? He ripped 255 yards on us. So, but the thing I'm about to sound like Parsons for a minute, but now I see where I'm going to apologize first because now I see what you're talking about, Parsons, but you probably worded it wrong. So let me word it for you. Take those 2 runs, which was for touchdowns, by the way. Take those 2 runs out the game. The Rams defense was out fucking standing.
Oh yeah, till they got tired.
And again, not their fault. Not their fault. Their offense was not, like you said, it was cold. It probably was not used to it, blah, blah. But Matt Stafford got some questions this offseason.
Yep.
Is he coming back?
He's probably gonna do one more.
Because he's been. I totally forgot how long he been. He been that long.
I think since 2008, right? 2008, 2009.
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Like, this dude been in the league for a long time, and you might as well start passing that question along. Like, are you thinking about retiring? Because one, I'm never gonna compare anybody to Tom Brady. But Tom Brady didn't want to go home. He had that
Brady didn't like his family.
Yeah, he didn't want to go home. Look, that's why he's doing commentary. I'm not.
I'm like, no. But Tom, come on. But in fairness, now as great as players like Tom Brady, Come on, bro. You got Giselle, bruh. And plus, she got money. You done made yours.
He said, "I don't like my kids. So
You
I'm
would have
going
been
to work."
coming on. Wait a minute. Actually, his kids are extra cool, but it was like,
Sir,
He said, "I
Tom,
don't like
you
the
was
kids.
on
I'm going
easy
home."
street there, brother.
sir, we don't know what's going on behind those doors. When they could smile all the cameras all they want. People have problems.
I know that, but I was like, damn, Mooster is because Giselle didn't want her man being hurt. But
He said, "I'm going home. I'm not going home."
No,
But
I don't want to.
See,
I don't want to go.
Tom had that Rocky, the six Rocky thing. He's like, he had some stuff that he had to let go in the basement, and he didn't know how to let it go. So, yeah, unfortunately though for him, the Rams that year they won the Super Bowl. They wound up being his Mason the Lion Dixon, and then the Cowboys finished it off next year. But I don't know.
I mean,
Anyway,
but speaking of that, about the Rams, I said this earlier. I'm gonna say it again, and especially for the next game we're gonna talk about when they talk about windows, Super Bowl windows closing. For the Rams, their window is closed.
Yep.
Their window is closed. I know they.
Especially after Stafford took like 5 sacks.
Listen, I understand they in a weak ass division, the West, but that was this year. We don't know what next year gonna bring. We don't know if the 49ers gonna be healthy. We don't know if the Seahawks is gonna be improved. You don't know if the Cardinals probably surprised the whole league and shit. The Rams window of going back to the Super Bowl is closed for business.
I don't know.
I
gotta see what the rest of the
defense.
division do. I gotta see what the rest of the division.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
if the 49ers was healthy, we would not be talking about the Rams. If McCaffrey was healthy, Debo was it Debo? Was it? No, it was Debo
and Ayuk.
And Ayuk was healthy. Remember the 49ers got not just McCaffrey, they had like running backs. They had running back carousel going on. So, and their defense was messed up, except for Mr. Sensitive that walked away. I want to talk about him, but the defense healthy. I don't know. And then also the Seahawks. If the Seahawks didn't pull the Falcons, we're gonna be talking about the Rams in the playoffs. So we gotta see how this goes. But I think that the offense, if Stafford don't come back, their window is closed.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on with Bennett and then as far as everybody else. But in 40 in Mesrite, and I actually had to look at this one, 45th time we're going to have NFC East versus NFC East in the in the NFC Championship game. For anybody wondering the other times it's happened, 1972, Washington defeated the Cowboys. But 1980, Eagles defeated the Cowboys. 1982, when I was born, Washington defeated the Cowboys again. 1986. Giants defeated Washington. And of course, the Giants were going to the Super Bowl that year. And then, and then the last time it happened, all right, actually, no, this would be the fifth. Oh, no, so this match will actually be the fifth time.
And I think this would be the first time they meet in the conference championship period.
Yep. Yeah, so this is actually the last match that I believe. Oh no, because Giants and Cowboys never met yet. So for the
this is it right here. So the rubber match, we go preview this after we get to this next game, which I think it was the winner is the MVP.
Yep.
I'm when we talk about windows that's closing, before we even get to this game, how much time do the Ravens, or should I say Lamar Jackson, got in this Super Bowl window?
You got one more year, then you blow it up. One more year, then 1 more year and that's it.
Because this dude, and he said in his press conference, like he's tired of just being right there. And bro, I'm not a Ravens fan. I'm tired of seeing you right there. You got too much talent, and they give you Derrick Henry the load of running.
Last year, let's see the AFC Championship game. They forgot how to run the ball. This year, Mark Andrews cost them trade Mark Andrews or get a different play. Stop going to him in the 2-point conversion. He did it before against the Steelers. He didn't catch it. He did it before against the some other team where it's always the exact same play drawn up. We fake it, go out to the side, pitch it out to Mark Andrews, and he drops the ball. Stop going to him in crucial moments.
Yeah.
You have Derrick Henry.
It's like
Stormy, you led me in perfectly here with this one, because as much as I wanted to go off on the Rams forgetting not to give somebody, and unfortunately, you know how you also brought up being gun shy after fumbles and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, that's why Williams didn't run. Well, apparently John Harbaugh has forgotten rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That when you have Derrick Henry on your team, you give that man the ball 16 carries. And mind you, in the first half, I think he only had 21 yards rushing. 16 carries for 84 yards. He did have a touchdown. But no, in a game like this is where you take the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. And like Stormy said, you put it in Derrick Henry's.
So the problem with that, the Bills was on their ass the first half. I think he only had. I think the first half he only had 4 carries. But when they changed the narrative of their running game, which went to their backup, they couldn't stop the backup. Remember, Derrick Henry is power straight ahead. I could actually.
I have it just.
He goes in the angles, like around the corners, speed on sweeps, toss. When they finally said, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're going after them now," because it's the second half. This is Derrick Henry's time. Derrick was going through people. He went from 3, 6, 7, 18. Wow, touchdown. Why stop that? Even if they stop it for -1, keep going.
I would have pounded that ball. I would have had Von Miller tired. All your linebackers about to be tired, about to be humping and puffing. Then play action, boom, over the top. See y'all later.
Which worked if I'm not mistaken. It was a long pass play that got play action right down the pipe.
I think that set up the likely touchdown.
Okay. So
dad duty calls. So I gotta
go ahead, bro.
All right, brother.
Hey, make sure y'all follow Self-Made Podcast, 2 great football minds. Hopefully your Giants get it together. I think they're trying to go prime time, if you catch my drift. So we're gonna see. Appreciate y'all as always. Follow, like, subscribe, and get this man merch. He got a t-shirt for every damn day of the week. Go get the merch.
Love you still. Love you still, brother. Your business, brother.
my little brother, man. But yeah, like I think once with the Ravens, when all eyes is on them, they I just don't know.
And
Lamar,
that's like what was the stat that they brought up? This is the 4th time he's had fourth time in the playoffs he's had multiple turnover games.
Yeah. The thing is, he and the crazy thing about Lamar, he said this in an interview before the game. He said, "I need to stop being antsy. I need to calm down." And I thought the first drive he was calm, he's collective, but when he threw that interception, like there it is. That's you was just talking about yourself. You too antsy on the decisions. Not to mention Buffalo defense. Now I'm not going to hope. I can say all the mistakes that the Ravens kind of did make, but Buffalo defense showed the fuck out because all week you had to hear that they're too small. Oh, how they going to stop?
I know. I kind of brought that up on them a little bit.
How you going to stop Derrick Henry? The last thing y'all faced, they ran all over y'all. We just said that earlier about Billboard. They had that shit printed. They was pissed, and that's why Derrick Henry only had 4 to 5 carries in the first half.
Yeah, because they knew where to
the game plan. The game plan, you gonna run down. No. We want Mr. MVP to beat us.
Yeah, or alleged
Right, because
MVP.
we got our MVP, and our MVP gonna play like your MVP and do it better. This dude did not throw a touchdown pass.
And here's the thing, though, and this is why this was the least surprising result, even more so than the Texas Chiefs, because I was like, which one of these two is going to try and do too much? Because that was going to determine who was going to be the loser in this game. And unfortunately, it was Lamar Jackson because, and by the way, not to say that Lamar didn't earn his talk for getting an MVP for this one, but it was also Josh Allen's also earning his because let's remember, both of these two were among the league leaders in fewest interceptions in the league. And it's like,
yeah, but look what happened in this game. You know, if this was college, you would think the win. Like I said earlier, you would say the winner in this game is winning the Heisman. The winner in this game is winning the MVP.
Yep.
The league MVP.
Yeah.
Now,
Let's
go
to numbers real quick.
Before you go to numbers, let me just say this. Josh, you just passed one hump, one hurdle, which was get past the divisional round. Now, your next hurdle, even though you beat him in the regular season, you never beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. You get past this, the city of Buffalo is going to make you mayor for the offseason. You bring back the Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowl, which has a bad history, but you bring them to the Super Bowl. You will be mayor of the city. And if you win that bitch, you are the governor. You are the governor of New York. Fuck the city. Yeah. New York, you the governor. You the governor of New York, and you gonna be the prime minister of Canada. You win the Super Bowl for Buffalo. But you gotta get over this hump that you got with Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. It's you. Now, I ain't saying Buffalo, you. Because you can play an outstanding game. We saw you play a couple years ago. You should have won that game at Arrowhead. And then
their defense
right. So this is on you now. You got that hurt. You got the division round out the way. This is it. This is your time. I believe in you, but that can't see defense. Which we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get a preview of this game. I just put a little motivation in your heart there, Josh. In your heart. Come on.
Yeah. Matter of fact, then. And like I said, Allen, it had a lax game, but still an effective one. 16 for 27, or 16 for 22 for 127 yards. No touchdowns, but no interceptions. He did have 10 runs for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. James Cooks was leading rusher, 17 runs for 67 yards.
They was balanced. I think they was balanced again. And one thing we gotta say about probably all these playoff teams, the quarterbacks, with the exception of Matthew Stafford, they ain't had to throw for 300 yards to get the victory. They ain't had to throw for 5 touchdowns, which that's what everybody wants to see. No, the key in playoffs, the key in the playoff games is win, so we can go to the next round. I think all the quarterbacks that won, Daniel's the only one that went over 250.
Yep.
So it's all about.
But the thing is, all these other teams also got like you said, balanced running.
Running.
And great, and of course, opportunistic defensive plays.
Good Lord. So the question for the Ravens is what's next, and we're talking. I don't think we're talking like the Ravens got blown the fuck out. No, because they still had a chance. No. As you see the scores, 27-25, and they drove down, scored, and all they had to do was tie. And when you say that, people think, oh, it's easy. Let me tell y'all, when you do a 2-point conversion, you're at the 2-yard line. So either you gonna run the ball and you're trying to pass it there, you don't have that much room because everybody's in the crowded space. So you're trying to pass the ball. What the fuck? Yeah. You got Derek fucking Henry. This is what pissed me off with Super Bowl. What was that Super Bowl with the fucking Seahawks?
49. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It still pisses you off to this day.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. So
I also want to counter at this point, though. They, much like I gave when I went after Dan Campbell, talk about him going for it unnecessarily. Because let's also forget, this was also the second 2-point conversion that the Ravens went for, because on the previous touchdown, well, let me see who was it. Forgot who wound up scoring. I think it was Henry, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they went for it then, and let's see.
well, I think now, if I remember right,
who got
they didn't make the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Henry got the touchdown, and then Jackson tried to throw to Likely. Here's where I go off with
I'm
that.
about to say because I think they did get a safety, which got the 2 points for them anyway. So they got a safety before that touchdown.
Or no, there's no safety now. No, the safety was the only safeties that happened were when Mahomes ran out of bounds at the end of the game against the Texans, and then Jalen Hurts got sacked once in the Eagles Rams.
Yeah, there it is. That's the safety. I know someone had a safety,
but
it's too many games. Don't judge me, people. Don't judge me, people.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that one, though. This is why I say sometimes, like, we talk about chasing points, because had on the Derrick Henry touchdown, had they kicked there, and then of course they eventually give up the field goal after stopping Josh Allen on a run. Now instead of being down 8, you're down by 7. But of course, here's the other side to that. It's like now, yeah, if you would have been tied 27-all, you still have a minute and a half left, and could you have held the Bills out of field goal range?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Like the game plan was. I think the game plan was not to score as many points, but to keep Lamar cold.
Yep.
That's what it looked like. Because if they was really trying to score, or they would have made a whole bunch of mistakes, and they didn't. They made sure they played mistake-free football and keep Lamar Jackson in the cold. And game plan worked in their favor. So we're gonna get ready for this conference championships. But as you see, Buffalo moving on, and we are set next Sunday. CBS, Fox 5. Here it is. You see it. You see Buffalo went straight down all the way from the wild card. They are in the conference championship against the number 1 seeds, number 2 in the AFC. Buffalo against Kansas City, and on the NFC side, you have Washington, who also went from the wild card, always in conference championship against the number 2 seed because they knocked off the number 1 seed. Philadelphia Eagles, home. So
you know what? One thing I gotta say about this NFC Championship game,
revenge.
To my dude. By the way, if anybody ever watches the NFC East meetings on YouTube, my man, check out my man Scooter Magruder, because he's hilarious.
God, he is. He bugged the fuck out.
I know he is gonna. And for anybody who doesn't know, Scooter is a legit Cowboys fan. But I know he mad as hell about this NFC Championship game.
I think the Cowboys and Giants are mad. So for Giants mad because guess who's in the NFC title game?
Yep.
Saquon. And for Cowboys, they're the two teams that could fuck them anytime they want to in the conference championship game. So I'm happy because the NFC East is in it, period. Like, if my team is not in the playoffs, I got to turn to a football fan, not a hater, and I got to cheer for my division.
And I just got to say, like, dude, I'm going to start. All right. The AFC side, more than likely, we had either this or maybe Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Ravens, one of those 3 matches as your potential AFC Championship side. This, however, on the NFC side, I guarantee you nobody had this prior to the beginning of the season.
The beginning of the season? Hell no.
No.
One, if I remember right, they had Washington projected to only win 6 games. I think they probably had the Eagles winning the division, but I don't think they had the Eagles as in the conference championship game.
Or if they did, it was like they had them in Detroit.
Either in Detroit or again
or
another
maybe
team.
Minnesota, if depending on
Right.
like how the records.
If I was correct, I think they had the Packers in the beginning of the season winning the division. They didn't know that the Vikings were gonna be this good, and Detroit. They said Detroit had a playoff team. They didn't think Detroit was gonna be this damn good in the regular season. That is, but yeah, no, I don't think no one had Eagles hosting against Washington as the conference championship game. And if we go, let's keep this 100. Let's keep this going here. This is your schedule right here. By the way, that game is first. Yep. Philadelphia, 3:00 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox. Round 3, rubber match. Both teams won their games at home, but unfortunately, the third game will be in Philadelphia. Can Washington go into Philadelphia and get the upset?
I would say it's a possibility because hey, you just went to Detroit and just like ran roughshod on the number one team in the league. I'm not that. And matter of fact, Jaden Daniels, I believe, only the 4th quarterback like since this format started of with the NFL playoffs since the wild card era to win the first 2 playoff games in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, mind you, first 2 in his career.
I think he got more playoff wins than a certain quarterback that's the highest paid quarterback, but we don't leave that alone. We're not that type of podcast.
Yeah,
shitting on certain players here now.
Yeah, I think like the boy, you want to hear a blast in the past? Yeah, I believe he's the first quarterback to achieve this feat since Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, and he's doing the same way Mark Sanchez did it.
Yep, 2 on the road. Yeah,
2 on the road.
And actually, you know what? We're going to have history regardless of how this game ends.
Why you say?
Because obviously, if the Commanders wind up winning, Daniels, of course, the first rookie quarterback that will start a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
If the Eagles win, Jalen Hurts will be the first quarterback that lost a Super Bowl in his first appearance that'll be returning to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would say second.
Nobody's ever if you went to a Super Bowl and lost, no quarterback had ever returned to it. Marino didn't do it. Matt Ryan never did it.
Jim Kelly did.
Jared Goff never did. Oh, yeah, Kelly would have been a first. All right, so he'll be the first NFC.
There you go. I'd say Jim Kelly did it 4 times.
Yeah.
I know Buffalo don't. Listen, I couldn't resist. But so I wouldn't be else. This is gonna be like we said earlier. This is gonna be a fight. This is gonna be first of all, they're division rivals. Secondly, this is the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. Washington had not seen a Super Bowl since 1991. This is the first time they've been to the conference championship.
Yep.
And the Eagles, they're trying to get some type of redemption for the last time in Super Bowl where they should have won, in my view. They couldn't stop the Chiefs at that time could not stop this man. His legs kept the Eagles and they should have won that game. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard decision for me, but I'm not making it. I'm going to enjoy the game. I'm not making no decision with the next game either. But this is what needs to happen.
Yeah,
this one got a story. It got a story. Yep. First of all, you got 2 African American quarterbacks.
Yep.
One's a rookie. One's pretty much
30-year play.
Third year?
third or fourth. Yeah,
fourth, I think
yeah,
fourth.
because it's fourth beginning because he didn't play his rookie year.
All right, so he barely played. He played.
Yeah.
He started late, but he's not only that. Like you just now, something you should have said. He'd be the first. He'd be the first NFC returning African American quarterback.
Yep.
That'd be the first. If I'm mistaken, please put it in the comments. I don't know everything. I just know some things. But this would be cool. This would be cool for the NFC. NFC East again. Just bring another Lombardi trophy to the division. But after this, and we find out who's going into the NFC side.
Oh, actually, correction. Hurts is actually a fifth-year quarterback. I forgot he was in yeah, because I forgot that he was in the pandemic season.
Oh shit. Yeah, he was. Did he play in that game?
Yeah, he made his debut.
Yeah.
That season.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I know. I remember because we beat the Eagles.
Yeah, not to mention because Carson Wentz, that was his final year in Philly.
Yeah. We got this, and you as y'all know, we are wrestling fans. We love storylines. Here's a storyline for your ass. Chiefs against the Bills. I just told you, Josh, you win this, you marry the city. But we got history on the other side. Kansas City is going for a three-peat. That's not going to be the first time a team goes 3 straight Super Bowls. It's not going to be the first time a team that won 2 Super Bowls lost the third one, or should I say lost the first one, will won the second 2. But they're going for history. 3 straight Super Bowls. Also, the dynasty of having 4 Super Bowls in the past 5 seasons?
Something like that. 4 or 6, something.
5 or 6. So, and the storyline that Josh never beat Kansas City in the playoffs. He beat them in the regular season, but he never beat them in the playoffs and in Arrowhead. So it's gonna be rocking, and it's gonna be a night game, so it's gonna be cold as hell in Kansas City. But I'm rooting for Buffalo on this one. It's not Kansas City hate people. It's just that Josh played his ass off this year, just like I would have went for the Ravens because Lamar played his ass off.
Yeah.
But if you want to get real technical about it, even though the story just left and said his Broncos beat, the actual team that beat the Chiefs this season from no undefeated was the Bills, but that happened in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So,
well, actually, that was either true because let's remember that prior to that game, Allen never beat Mahomes at home. So
there you go. So this is story. This is your chance to you went like I said you went earlier. You went over the hump in the divisional round.
Yeah.
Now you get over your giant. You are truly David right now, and Kansas City is Goliath. This is your chance, bro. This is your chance to go to New Orleans.
Allen have that slingshot this time.
Oh, the slingshot is a nice. He's a righty, right? He throws with his right hand.
Yep,
that's his slingshot. And his slingshot is to go to Coleman. Hell, who is it? Who's it? Coop? Who's the receiver they just got?
Amari Cooper.
Coop. It's your time to shine. It's your first time in a conference championship. So that you still got some type of movements. Mr. Cook, 17 rushing touchdowns. Let's see what you can do against this Kansas City defense. Because Steve Spagnuolo is not playing with y'all. This man don't like quarterbacks, and he find out your weakness, he gonna attack. So we got that out of the way because this is not the same Kansas City offense, man. We said that I don't know how many times. It's all about the defense, and it's about Kansas City just doing enough to win.
Yeah, that's fact. Let's see who else people that need to step up for Buffalo. Curtis Samuel, who, by the way, let's see if you can take some who, ironically enough, a former Ohio State Buckeye, who, by the way, they're playing right now in the national championship against Irish. Yeah, let's see if you can step up.
Come on this show and says that name, knowing he see the amazing blue over my head.
Yep.
You should be shame
Yeah.
on yourself.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, you forget that two of my favorite people come from that school.
All right, we got
Damn.
that cleared. But
You know, me and you were both Steiner heads.
hey, but you listen. Since we
And there's
talked
a
about that,
141. There's a 141 and 2/3%.
we're not doing that math. No.
Although strangely, Scott actually did it right. But
I
that's
mean,
Khalil Shakur, you're another one that needs to step up here
bro,
for the Bills too.
listen, Buffalo as a whole.
Yeah,
Let's get this out of here. Buffalo as a whole needs to step up. As a whole, this is it. As much as ESPN, as much as NFL Network, Fox, all y'all gonna put this on Josh Allen's shoulders. It's gonna take 53 people, including coaches, to get this shit done.
matter of fact, do you know who I really want to root for off of the Bills? If anybody, my man DeMar Hamlin. Because
He's been quiet. Well, I ain't gonna say quiet because, but he's you don't hear his name as usual, but that's what you need to do it for.
Given what happened, and that's like, let's not forget that it was just a little over 3 years ago.
Yeah,
this man nearly lost his life.
Right, you need to do it for him.
Yeah.
Oh shit, almost. Do it for him. Like, let's just keep this a buck right now. Like you said, this dude damn near lost his life on nationwide
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. They shut down the game for him. That's one. Now, we already said Josh Allen. We already said everybody. The Buffalo organization.
Lean on your former MVP Von Miller.
Oh God! You see how Ellie John he was in the Ravens game. He almost got a touchdown. So Buffalo, you know what? Fuck it. It's for the city of Buffalo. Let's see what happens now for Kansas City. I'm not gonna show in Kansas City. We're going for history, Kansas City. We're going for a three-peat, Kansas City. You're gonna do something that no one has ever done. Not the Dynasty 49ers, not the New England Patriots. Not who else? Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nope. No one has done a three-peat era. They had opportunity.
It's not in the Super Bowl era anyway.
Not in the Super Bowl era. You got a chance. So
matter of fact, this will be. Matter of fact, this be the last time since the late '60s, Green Bay Packers that anybody's in the NFL history has had the last time a team won 3 championships in a row.
Let me tell y'all, it's not. Listen, baseball we've seen it a million times, especially with Yankee fans. Basketball, you've seen it a million times. I don't know the last time it happened in basketball, but you've seen it.
Probably Lakers, I think.
Yeah, I think it was the Lakers.
Yeah, right? Shaq, Kobe era. Yeah.
So, but in football, you have never seen it unless you was born in the 60s, unless you was a kid or just started being an adult in the 60s. I have never seen a three-peat in the NFL, and not for the Super Bowl. So this is history for them. But then I'm not just talking about Kansas City for this game because you still got to go through either the Eagles or the Commanders. So before we get out of here, we just mentioned this tonight. Tonight is the national championship. Ohio State against Notre Dame. Both of the worst worlds for me, but either less, it's a national championship game. Good luck to those guys. And next week, that's right, I'm doing it on Monday. Next Monday, we're gonna talk about the conference championship, and we're gonna do a preview of the Super Bowl, which is gonna be different because what we're gonna do because there's only 2 games. We're going to do the road to the Super Bowl of the winners of those conference championship games. So it's going to be fun. I am your boy.
And speaking of champions, I also want to give I want to say his name and he'll appear.
We gotta listen. We're gonna save that energy for Embrace the Thirst, which I
Okay.
heard we're gonna be back next
I love-
weekend.
Love you, Joe.
So Joe, but again, congratulations, Joe Henry. Shout out to Dallas for reminding Tessa Blessing who she really is. And yeah. Oh yeah, and shout out to Josh Alexander and Jordan Grace. This was their last show with TNA as reported. I don't know if it's official yet, but like I said, I'm your boy Enforcer, Mr.
Oh, and Bez, I do want to give give one extra shout out before we sign off here. Shout out to my man Sean McVay did something really cool after the game. Yeah.
Oh, what?
That he actually like shook their heads with all of his players afterwards. And that's like the LA. I know y'all still are going through a lot with all the stuff going on with the wildfires and whatnot. So yeah, and I know the Rams personally, going through a lot of stuff. Yeah, the Rams, Chargers, and all the teams out in the LA area still going through stuff. So thoughts and prayers still for y'all. But I was like, yeah, I thought it was real cool that Sean actually took some time to actually has time to interact with all of his players, even though I know probably not the way he would have liked.
Hey, I mean, listen,
after like a tough loss, but still,
he should be proud of them for the fight that they did. So
I am definitely.
So we're gonna try this again. Are you going to enforce it, Mr. Attention Getter? That is Rocket Reese. And again, we will see you next week. Until then, deuces.
Peace.
Hey.